Hi, Sagittarius. Thanks for joining in to 555 Tarot. I am doing another reading. This one I thought would be pretty fun. Why didn't they like you? What didn't they like about you? And this is your last person that you dealt with. I thought this would be fun because everybody wants to know this. The last person that you were dealing with, what didn't they like about you? Why didn't it pan out? What were they perceiving you as? Why didn't they want to go the extra mile and, be that into you? Why? And so we're going to find out what's wrong with you because we need to know why this has happened. And I want to know why it's happened. I'm Sagittarius rising. So we're going to take a look at this. And we're going to see. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. And my guardian angels, my beautiful family that I have been blessed with that unfortunately have passed on. But I'm sure that they're all happy and reunited in heaven. I asked them to help me with this. So I've already pre-shuffled the cards. And we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a little gossip person is what they are. A Page of Swords is somebody... this is what they didn't like about you. Maybe they found that you were nosy. Were you always in everybody's business, Sagittarius? Were you always causing problems? Were you dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Or were they a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Did they find you to be, maybe they felt immature around you, or maybe they felt you were immature and just always in somebody's business? Because the Page of Swords is somebody that is a little gossipy, and they carry news and they gossip quite a bit. That's what it could be. They also could have felt Page as a younger person typically. They could have felt that you were a little bit sharp, and you've got the Strength card here. So Leo and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming out here. They might have felt that you could have been a little bit more tempered, possibly. Like, this can also be a compliment too. It's almost like you might have had a little bit of immaturity about you, but you did sometimes maybe have the strength to calm down and to find the right time to strike, so to speak. Maybe that was something that they found was concerning. This is almost like being very, very stubborn. They might have just found you plain old stubborn and rigid. They might have found too, they might have found that you did things for a reaction out of them just to see how they would respond to certain things. Like you might have done things to, maybe they felt some things were a bit immature. Now, I don't know if it was you that thought this about this person. Did they try to make you jealous all the time? Did they try to get you upset? They might have thought this about you, or you thought this about them. Because they might have done things or watched you, do things to see their response or their reaction for it. And then we've got communication. So communication, maybe a lot of gossip, maybe about things, or maybe the way you communicated to them or to people just really irked them. Maybe it just wasn't their style and not their love language. Maybe just not their style, maybe not their love language. They may have felt that they gave many attempts of trying to communicate with you, and that you might have just been so laser focused on something else that they just felt that their efforts were in vain. There could be something to do with travel as well. But lots of attempts at communication or effort. You might have tried, or this person feels that they tried. several times to try to do something, to try to save the relationship or to make an effort or try to communicate. Um, and, they may have felt attacked as well because I feel like I'm just looking at the Page of Swords, so I don't know if this is you or them. But if you were trying to make them jealous and trying to test them, they might have felt like you did this constantly to them. The other two cards that I have for you here is Ear, Clarity, and Raven. So these are different cards that are, they're different tea leaf cards. They're not like the really popular ones, but I love this deck because this is pretty cool. So we've got the Ear, and this is from Clarity. So, if just talking to people about the clarity is why people become interested in doing the tarot and having this extra kind of knowledge, because you want to have clarity on a situation. You want to know things. Who doesn't? I do. The more knowledge that you have, the better. Confirmation about past decisions. We can't change the past, but whether we made the right decision or not can bring closure and give us more confidence in making decisions in the future. We have the ear. So an ear represents people discussing you behind closed doors. So it might be praise or it might be malicious gossip. So maybe they just found that Sagittarius, like maybe the way that you shared information about them, because we do have the wands there, which is communication. And we see the Leo, the strength card. So this person just really had to really, really calm themselves down and kind of tame themselves from saying something. And maybe they were always just kind of, wondering or waiting when you were going to say something that maybe they feel like that they wouldn't appreciate, or they didn't want you sharing things because they felt maybe that you were a little bit too gossipy. Or maybe they felt that. I don't know if it's vice versa or what have you, but an ear can also mean you must ensure that you are listening for what you need to hear and not just what you want to hear. So that may have been an issue as well. Ears indicate a long-awaited answers or explanations about someone or something are coming to you. You may suddenly hear from people from your past, and they may do something or share something essential for your future. So we do this as a learning experience. I don't know if this is your situation. Maybe it was the past person before. Maybe this is something you thought about them. But we do this so that we're not repeating this in the future. But it's always, interesting to see if we can find out what went wrong. What went wrong with this person? What went wrong? Raven. So the other one we have here, the raven or a crow, is an incredibly powerful warning sign. These birds also signify major endings that alter the course of someone's life. The image of a raven is associated with the afterlife and may bring essential messages from spirit guides and loved ones. A raven in your tea leaves can also mean someone will disappoint you and you won't be able to move past it. So again, another confirmation, I think, of with the strength card and tempering themselves and kind of needing to bite their tongue or, waiting, to see how many times they have to continue to repeat themselves. Are you hearing what you want to hear, or are you, actually hearing what needs to be heard? Through these birds are traditionally though these birds are traditionally a negative omen, some people associate them with spiritual protection. I have been told that crows are very, very smart. And if you ever do anything to a crow, like their whole family and bloodline and generation will hate you and probably your next generation in life. And they're very, very smart birds. But I think if you make friends with them, then, hopefully you're good. So a couple confirmations I do think with the clarity card and these, there might be something to this. You'll have to write me a note and let me know in the comments below. But thank you so much, Sagittarius, for joining and for watching for the readings. I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and that I'll be able to do another reading for Sagittarius very soon. Thanks for watching.